Wing! What is going on, guys? Financial Dan here, bringing you another medium-length video here on Elrond EGLD, because, we all know how much you guys love Elrond, and I love Elrond too. I'm actually on my fourth rum and coke here. Been going through a bit of a rough time lately, but that's not going to stop me from bringing you an awesome video. So stick around. We're going to look at some little awesome news and finish off with a very bullish point, being the Maiar DEX launching in November. Let's check it out, eh? Alright guys, so this all kicked off October 22nd with Benjamin mentioning the Maiar DEX is launching in November, which is awesome, exciting news. It's been hinted at previously but never given a date. 2,999 retweets. Boom. Let's make that 3,000. Woo! Alright guys, so that was the first time it was mentioned. Then of course it was brought up on the main Elrond network Twitter that the Maiar exchange launch is locked for November. Now we're going to dive into the details of this after we get through some other news, some just other small, honestly great news for the project as well. So once again, everything in this video is fairly bullish for Elrond and all great news, but once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. This is just bringing you some educational kind of content on Elrond EGLD and the network. So let's get on with the video. Compliant US adoption via Zero Hash and new Elrond staking provider at Binance. That's huge. But there were also some other news articles in the Elrond network. We're going to jump into them. Before them, actually, though, on their website, I noticed they have a section here on develop, test, and deploy with the tools you love. Elrond supports the most popular programming languages, flexible tools, and comes with clear and canonical documentation. You can quickly start and deploy your application on a blockchain designed with real use in mind. So there's C, C++, Rust, there's multiple programming languages, and they're just trying to make it easier for programmers and companies and business entrepreneurs in general to come onto the platform and come on to join Elrond, and that's just exciting and great news in general. And this is just kind of a new widget that I didn't notice on their website last time I was here. Now, going on to some news. This is just freaking genius. Internet scale dApp architecture. Make your Web3 applications faster and scalable with microservices. This is a short little article on the Elrond website. Basically, what's a microservice? A microservice are an intermediary layer between the dApps, decentralized applications, and the blockchain network. They help dApps be faster and scalable by providing them with on-chain information so the dApp doesn't have to query the blockchain for every single request. You can configure a microservice to listen for all the blockchain transactions relevant for your dApp, maintain specific information in a cache with the help of the transaction processor, and respond to your dApp requests in a very fast and efficient manner. We've created a 10-minute guide to help you get started with microservices. There's a follow-up to the Build Your dApp First App in 15 Minutes guide. So they've even built a tutorial system here on how you can implement these microservices. And that's genius. I hate it when you're trying to execute something regarding a smart contract, whether it's an NFT, whether it's something, and there's just things that just take time transaction-wise on the blockchain. I get it. There's lots of people going, there's lots of stuff going on, but by caching the data relevant to the dApp that you are using and speeding up the transactions by a good amount is just genius in a certain way. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully understand the in-depths of it. You can see I only got about 6.5 minutes into this tutorial video before I tuned out, because my programming experience is at a basic to not even intermediate level, and then when you get into crypto, it's not even there. But in general, I understand the concept of it in the caching system and how smart that is to cache information specific to the dApp that you're using so that it doesn't have to go and fetch it from the blockchain. And speeding things up in that manner is just awesome. So great news, super smart, Super awesome that Elrond is implementing this type of technology, and I don't think anyone else is yet. Now, another item here, Blocktopia. Well, what is this? This looks kind of cool. There's some crazy city. What's going on here? This is a metaverse. It's a 21-story building. It's a decentralized metaverse built and backed by Polygon. And what is it? It's the home of crypto. It's a skyscraper made of 21 levels to pay recognition to 21 million Bitcoin. Token holders will be known as Blocktopians. It will act as a central hub, welcome all levels of crypto experience. For the first time ever, users will have access to crypto information and immersive content all in one place. Blocktopians will be able to earn revenue through real estate ownership, advertising revenue, play games, build networks, and much more. So it's a physical metaverse skyscraper that's a educational hub for crypto. Awesome. Freaking awesome. And there's an article here, Intro to the Virtual Reality Metaverse, Learn, Earn, Play, and Create via Blocktopia. And what this article goes on to mention is that Elrond has invested on level 1 of this tower. So the first place that you go is Elrond HQ will be placed in level 1, where all players spawn by default. This means maximum exposure for our customized lounge, and soon the customized content such as ecosystem highlights or educational material will be made available in the virtual location. So it's going to be putting EGLD Elrond out there and bringing more attention to how friggin' awesome it is. Woo! So on to the last one here, the biggest news, the news you've been waiting for, the news that's being talked about by Benjamin and everyone's been going on about, the Maiar DEX. What's the deal? Internet scale DeFi, the scalable financial engine of the new internet economy. 25,000 followers, the Maiar DEX. You know, this is the Twitter that's been launched for it. Let's get into overview. What does it mean? The Maiar Decentralized Exchange, the DEX, is the automated market maker, that's AMM when you see those, re-architecting some of the key elements to build a product that can leverage the entire performance of the Elrond architecture to offer global, near instant, inexpensive transactions among an expanding suite of assets. So basically, the Maiar DEX is badass. But anyway, it'll feature, like I said, that automated market maker application, and you could think of it as a bot that's always willing you to quote a price between two assets. These swaps instantaneously happen against assets that are pooled to provide liquidity. And you can be one of those liquidity providers. So you can provide liquidity in these pools and you can be rewarded based on that utilization. This allows essentially anyone to become a market maker on an exchange and earn fees for providing liquidity. So lots of people are honestly probably going to take their money that they were just straight staking in the Maiar app. And I'm staking a good bit in the Maiar app. I've taken, like I said, when I bought in a whole bunch at $68, $70, which I put on the channel and whatnot. Subscribe if you want, tips and stuff like that. I made a specific video on how the $70, $68 mark could have been one of the last dips on EGLD, and look where we're at right now. So anyway, where was I going on? So many people are pulling out of staking on the Maiar app and into providing liquidity on this DEX because you will be rewarded, and the rewards for it could be a little bit more than even what the staking was on Maiar. And the staking on Maiar was about a 21-22% yearly return APR. So just think about what you could get from something like this, yield farming. It's just opening up whole other doors for EGLD that weren't open before. And the biggest thing it's really gonna do is it's just gonna open it up. It's gonna allow anyone to become a market maker. It's gonna bring a lot of attention to the project. There's some specific questions here. So like the Elrond architecture in general, state sharding. Elrond blockchain is the first live blockchain with state sharding. Other chains with similar architectures, such as Ethereum 2.0, are still in development and they're yet to enable the state sharding. Anyone who wants to understand sharded DeFi should pay attention to Elrond DeFi. So, I mean, sharding is just complicated, and Elrond's the first one, and they're the first live blockchain. What does that tell you? They're the first market maker. They've got 200 partnerships. They've got a lot of stuff going on. And so providing liquidity on this Maiar exchange will give you LP tokens like most AMM-DXs. Uniquely in the space, the Maiar exchange LP tokens are tradable. This means you can provide liquidity and then sell your position or take a loan against it. You can use your LP tokens as collateral. Awesome. And a DeFi first because of Elrond's unique ESDT, Elrond Standard Digital Token Architecture. And the Maiar app onboarding two-factor authorization you can use to log in, sign transactions on the Maiar exchange. So it's as secure as a Ledger hardware wallet, they're saying, and as convenient as Face ID by tapping on the screen. Additionally, Maiar is super easy to use. So it's just a great setup. Honestly, though, by saying as secure as a Ledger hardware wallet, that's a bold statement. That's a very bold statement. But this is just important because the Elrond ecosystem, like I said, is 200 plus partners. With the launch of this exchange and being deployed in liquidity pools, expand access for the community, this will generate adoption for the Maiar exchange volume and generate more transactions on the Elrond blockchain, increasing demand for EGLD in the process. What does an increase in demand mean? Increase in demand, same supply, means an increase in price. We've got a crypto dip going on as we speak. As we speak, myself did a transaction to put more money into my exchange, which is Voyager, link in the description, and transferred it over to Maiar, and that link in the description, and stake it. But what you do is up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a passionate crypto dude. So anyways, subscribe, like. I'm bringing you that EGLD content like I promised. And so please stick around for more. Let's get it.